Hi everybody, welcome to week 3. In this video I'm going to provide you with an overview of the week and what we'll be working on this week. This week we're transitioning into Python and we're going to really start doing some coding this week. Last week we were still working on setup, so if you're still struggling with some of those elements, don't worry. If Visual Studio Code doesn't make a lot of sense, don't worry. If GitHub is still a little confusing, don't worry. All of these things just require some practice, and if you keep going, keep working with it, it's all going to become clearer as you move along. So again, if you're a little confused by some of the tools that we're going to be using, don't worry, you've got plenty more weeks in this class to become more comfortable, and it probably will take a couple of more weeks before you really start feeling comfortable with using the tools that we're using for development. This week we're going to be looking at how we start doing things with the Python programming language. We're going to be using the interpreter directly as a command line interface, and we're also going to be writing some scripts. For this week, I'd like you to read a chapter called Encoding Identity and a chapter called Anatomy of a Script in Python for Humanists. You'll also be reading this article, Genetic Options, the Impact of Genetic Ancestry Testing on Consumers' Racial and Ethnic Identities. You'll read The Zen of Python, which is a style guide. You'll also read, if you would like to, chapters 1 and 2 from Python for Everybody. I strongly recommend this. It's a great overview of Python programming language, and I think it's great. You'll see a bit of review, but it's a great book. Finally, you're going to be watching this video clip from Guido van Rossum, who was the founder of Python. You'll also be completing a Python quiz, which is going to be a programming language quiz. Should be pretty easy if you did the readings. You'll have an unlimited tries on that. You're also going to be doing Lab 3.1. In another video, I'll show you how to clone the starter code or fork the starter code. And then finally, you're going to be writing for discussion 3. The major theme for this week is how do we take human experience, human culture, and the world that we see around us and convert it into data that a computer can manipulate and do operations on. So that's the week in a nutshell. I hope that you enjoy.